Welcome back, Men Tell All. Oh, I decided to do this fun hearts today on my photo booth. So let me know in the comments if you like it. Anyway, okay, so let's get into it. What a fun Men Tell All. I could have used a little bit more Thomas imploding. We'll get to it. Okay, so let's catch up. So we ended on a cliffhanger on Monday night that it looked like Devin was going to self eliminate. So he knocks on her door and she greets him with the biggest, brightest smile. That's the smile that you want to see when your partner sees you. She looks genuinely so happy to see Devin. And that, I think, it's just another piece of data, right? I mean, it's like, I still don't know who she's going to pick. But anyway, so he's like, I'm struggling. Like, I'm really struggling to be here. And she finally is like, Devin, I do love you, you freaking idiot. And it's so cute. And now I'm like, I was like, Devin, sorry, you're giving too much. But now I'm like, she has to pick Devin because he's going to be so crushed if she doesn't. Anyway, so I am torn. But anyway, then we go to roses. We get roses, and we're at the final three. And when we're at the final three, I'm immediately like, this is where we're in the show where I'm like, this isn't right what they're doing. This is cruel and fucked up because they're all just standing there, and poor Johnathon. Pour one out for Johnathon. He doesn't make it, and I also. Something that Marcus said in the last episode was like, now that we're finally down to 3 and you didn't call my name first, and I was actually nervous for the first time, you know, that this is getting real. It's like, yeah, like this isn't fun and games anymore. You can't hide behind connections that are frivolous or stupid dramas. It's like all these guys are in the trap of the cult of the Bachelorette. Anyway, so poor Johnathon, he doesn't get the rose and he blames himself, which is really sad. He's like, oh, if I could have just gotten there sooner, oh, it's my fault, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, Johnathon, if in real life you're the one that's least going to be pulled into a cult because you haven't, and Devin's the most likely to be in a cult. Anyway, so we don't know who she's going to choose in the preview. Her brother looks very unimpressed by both men. They allude to that. I have a feeling everyone's going to be talking about it next week when the episode actually airs, but Jenn's brother's comb over is out of control. And I just can only hope and pray that once he sees himself on TV, he rights the wrongs and corrects the error of his ways and gets a haircut and just deals with the fact that he might not have a full head of hair. I mean, that comb over is out of control. It's like, and he's sitting there on his high horse and he's like, well, with your history of dating the wrong men, you know, like how long are you going to wait? And it's like, okay, who are you giving up on your high horse giving advice to Jenn? Is he even in a relationship? Like what? Like is he? I bet he's just as screwed up as she is. Anyway, so I can't wait to see that bitchy brother. And okay, so then we go to the Men Tell All, and we get a spotlight on Brett, who is very charming, very funny. I think we will be seeing him on Paradise. Then the spotlight moves to Aaron, and remember his brother is Noah, who got engaged to Abigail. And there are some weird things that happen with Aaron. So first of all, he basically ruins his chances of being friends with any of these men by immediately making a list of the 3 that he just doesn't like. and they were Devin. He didn't like Devin. He didn't like Sam N, the love virgin, and he didn't like Spencer. He thought Spencer was toxic, I don't know, or anyway. And so it's like, and then it's like all of those friends have allegiances and friendships with all the other boys. So it's like, Aaron, why would you just stab yourself in your own back? Like none of these guys are going to invite you to their pool parties in San Diego. So I didn't get that. And then he also was very judgmental of Sam N, and he said that basically he is ineligible to be on the show because he's a love virgin, and he says it's not on the job training. And it's like, literally, I think a bunch of these guys have never been in love. Marcus is one of the front runners, and he has not been in love. And I don't think, if I had to guess, I don't think Thomas has been in love. And also, a lot of these guys have been cheated on. Like, I think like half the guys in the house have been cheated on. And if, you know, so actually, it's probably better that you haven't been in love than you've been cheated on. You're all mucked up in your head from that. And then he's like, I'm divorced, and it's like, oh, because you're divorced, now you're some kind of authority on this. Give me a break. Anyway, and then they also discuss the self-help book that he gave to Devin, and Aaron's twin Noah is in the audience, and Noah has lost weight, and he looks gaunt. It looks weird. It's giving eating disorder. And then he says the weirdest thing. He's asked about what his opinion is on Aaron giving Devin the self-help book, and he's like, me and Aaron, we were in the womb together. He's my twin. I love him so much, but giving that book was not the move. And it's like, dude, that is your twin brother. Like, you didn't have to throw him under the bus like that. You could have just been like, the Bachelorette's a pretty weird environment, and I think everybody in these heightened experiences, they do their best, and sometimes people make weird choices, and I think we can all just extend to each other a little bit of grace, and be thankful that we're no longer in that bubble. And he's my brother, I love him, proud of him, blah, 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 blah. But instead he's just like, no, dude, on national TV he's just like, no, not the move, not cool. And because he does want to be invited to those pool parties. So it gets very political. Also, this family, I just feel like this family is weird. And Abigail, I think you should run. I think Noah, he can't even stand up for his brother. What do you think he's going to stand up for you when you're fighting with your mother-in-law? No. He's just going to talk about you behind your back. You're not going to be able to hear because you're deaf. Anyway, okay. So then they touch on Sam and Thomas gets in a few words, and I honestly could have used so much more Thomas. He looks like the busiest body. It's giving Linda Tripp. I'm rewatching Impeachment right now. So I understand that reference is 30 years old, but it feels very fresh to me. And I just wanted to, he's just always looks like he is short circuiting, and he's always so ready to be self-righteous. And then later when Jenn comes out, she's like, you left me all alone. You could have just been talking to me, but instead you were fighting with Devin. And he's like, yeah, I did abandon you, and I did leave you stranded, and I did leave you alone, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like, well, that's not really it either. I mean, it's like, you left her alone, but she's not like wasting away in the desert or something. Anyway, very beta. Then Sam M gets the hot seat, and he doesn't really bring anything new to the table. I think he is just kind of dumb. Johnathon gets the hot seat. He gets an invite to paradise. Then they show a Mormon reality TV show and they put Hakeem's face in the lower corner box to get his reaction. And it does look like he will be tuning in. He looked like he was on a roller coaster ride of his life. Then Grant is the next bachelor, and Jesse talks to him for a minute. Then Jenn comes up, and she really lets Sam M have it, which is fine. I mean, it's like, yeah, Sam M is kind of dumb, but she's kind of giving him a little bit too much credit. Like, she's like talking to him like he's like this master manipulator, but I think he is just dumb, and I think he did feel real feelings for her. Anyway, so it wasn't a great look for her that when she's like scolding Sam, and she scolds Thomas a little bit. Then they have the bloopers, and then they torture Hakeem with a tarantula after inviting him to paradise. Oh, that poor guy. This better be the last spider they put on his body. I don't like seeing him squirm like that. It's not nice. He was peer pressured into that. Anyway, so I could have used a little bit more of the men being bitchy to each other. I feel like this was a really nice group of bitchy men, and I wanted to see them pecking. We didn't get enough, I don't think. I really wanted to see more of Thomas being mean to Sam N. I could watch those two fight for like a good 15 minutes, I think. And then Sam M didn't really get riled up. I was kind of hoping that he would. I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more of that. Okay, next Tuesday is after the final rose, and I do predictions. I truly don't know. I feel like it could be anybody's game. I mean, obviously, she should probably pick Devin because Devin is in. He's secure. She says that he gets her. They have fun. From that smile she gave him, she did genuinely seem like so happy to see him. So I think that her love for him is real. But goddamn, Marcus, I mean, he is so hot, and don't you just always want the one you can't have? They do show Marcus saying that he loves her. So maybe he can get there. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Okay, so no matter what happens, it's going to be devastating, and I am here for it. I'm so excited. This is a great season, and I'll see you next week. Stay tuned, y'all. Bye!